You're giving the internet a show.
Reading's magic. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I skipped as I sang down the crowded halls of O'Hare Airport, twirling around, lugging my oversized suitcase behind me. I was headed off to the great land of Mexico for all you English speakers, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to say goodbye to the frigid winter of Chicago and hello to the warm, sunny beaches of Puerto Vallarta. Sam, we're in an airport, my dad scolded as we walked past the bookstore. You're too old to be doing this. He was right, I decided. Skipping was for kindergartners, and here I was, a second grader, skipping. I calmed myself to a walk. We walked in silence, the two of us, anticipation overwhelming. My mom and 3-year-old sister Monica were lagging behind, but suddenly I heard my sister shriek, "Sammy!" I turned around to see her running towards me with a book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I scooped her up, dropping my suitcase, and gave her a big hug. We rushed back to my mom, who had the grin so large you'd think she'd won the lottery. I gave her my biggest, tightest, happiest, I'm so grateful hug. Thank you, I exclaimed all in one breath, jumping up and down. I found it at the bookstore. This is the one you wanted, right? She asked. Yes, this is the second one. I'll read the third one when Dad and I finish this one. It's on my bookshelf at home. Thanks, Mom, I responded and kissed her on the cheek and rushed back to my dad. Dad, Mom found the second Harry Potter, I said, showing it to him. Can you read it to me? Please, 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 please. Sure, let's get seats at the terminal first, he laughed as he said. Okay, K-19, right? He nodded, and I was off. I ran as fast as I could, which wasn't very fast considering my short legs and the fact that I was lugging my oversized suitcase again. But still, in a matter of seconds, I was there. After scouting out seats, I found 2 by the window for my dad and I, and 2 relatively close for my mom and Monica. I settled into a window seat expectantly, bouncing and waiting for my dad. After a long, agonizing minute, I was in 2nd grade. My attention span was 7 seconds long. My dad arrived and sat down. He placed down his suitcase and finally took the book I was shoving at him. He then began the tale. I was immediately enthralled with Harry's home life and disgusted by the Dursleys. I felt Harry's disappointment when the Dursleys forgot his birthday again. I felt his pain when he received no letters from his friends, and I was shocked when a little house elf named Debbie showed up. But then my dad stopped reading. My eyes were tired. We'll finish this later, he whispered. Okay, I sighed, disappointed. I sat there dumbly for a minute or so, then picked up the book. I read and reread the back. I glanced at my dad. Asleep. Of course. I gingerly opened the book to where he left off and commenced reading. Cliff climbing. My dad told him not to. I swear she did. She pleaded, for he knew as well as she did that stunts like this were the reason behind his bad knee. Of course, as typical of my overly active father, he ignored her and took my sister and I to climb a cliff. He quickly popped up and swung his leg over the first rock. Reaching down to my sister Monica, he helped her crawl up. When my turn came to climb up, I refused, shaking in terror. After much pleading, I tentatively reached up and grabbed my dad's hand with my right, while placing my left on the smooth rock. The cold touch sent a shiver through me. I slowly hoisted myself up. Again and again this process repeated. A half hour passes, an hour, 2 hours. I looked down. We must have been 60 feet up in the air. My shock must have been painfully obvious, for my dad looked over and declared it was time to start heading down. Alarm rang through my body, knowing all too well that what he would do next. He jumped, headed for the rock directly below. My heart skipped a beat, and he laughed. He laughed his loud bell of a laugh, sending a wave of relief my way.